They say the mind has a way of protecting you from things you aren't ready to see. I never really understood that until I started digging through old farm videos. I'm not a researcher. I'm not out here hunting for evidence. I'm just a person living on a farm, taking care of my animals. But I discovered while I was filming my donkeys, I was also filming something else. Something I didn't even realize was there. I found several videos now where these beings, these dogmen, are just standing in the background. But here is the high strangeness. I have no memory of this. If I had seen what I'm seeing now, I would have sold this farm and never looked back. But today, I'm glad I stayed, because what the camera caught isn't a horror movie, it's a family. When I first sat down and really looked at these clips, I was horrified and had many sleepless nights. We've been conditioned to see these beings as monsters. That's a fear I am trying to unlearn. The more I watched, the more the narrative changed. They don't look like predators on the hunt. They look like a family at a petting zoo. They were climbing on the donkey and gently petting her, much like humans. They were surprisingly close, yet they weren't harassing me or the animals. They harm nothing here. Even my donkeys, who usually sense trouble a mile away, were completely at ease. They weren't scared, and to me, that was the biggest revelation. If my animals aren't afraid of them, why should I be? I'm a work in progress. I deal with the anxiety and that heavy feeling of being watched just like anyone else would. and I still get scared of the eerie silence. But I realized that I was guilty of judging an entire race based on the actions of probably a small minority. We know there's good and bad in humans. Why wouldn't it be the same for them? Accepting that they are here hasn't been easy. My experience is mine alone, but I choose to trust the history of this land over the stigma of the internet. I understand that the woods can be terrifying and dangerous, and I'd urge anyone to use safety and trust your gut. I'm sharing this to offer hope to those living on active land. Peace is possible, and they aren't all evil. If we can lead with respect instead of prejudice, we might just find that a peaceful coexistence isn't just a theory, it's my reality. But the reality on my land is one of mutual respect. We share this space. They don't force themselves into my view, and I respect their privacy in return. They are welcome. How do you feel about the internet's portrayal of the Dogman? Does anyone have a similar situation? Please like and subscribe and leave a comment.